There you go.
Screen is shared.
Now, yes, it is.
Okay, okay. How is the, how am I audible to you? Actually, my throat is not okay.
Ah, yeah, you are very audible. Yeah, that's fine.
Clear? Okay, fine.
Yeah, so I won't ask you. I won't stress you too much today.
You do. You
Yeah,
can.
yeah, yeah. If you want, if we can do it just 1 hour. So your throat. Are you taking anything?
I have taken a medicine. It's going on.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So how good are you in the content what we discussed so far?
I am actually. I was practicing this week on writing. Like creating just simple programs and trying to compile it like you showed me. I did that. But getting a user input using that read line and write line and displaying it. I
Okay,
uh, I, I did the enums today. But
okay.
when we're done, can you send me? You send me a link with the YouTube videos that we're recording.
Those are all, actually I don't do, like our organizers will provide.
Okay, so the organizers one work. Okay, so I need because I was okay. Maybe now that makes sense because I couldn't find them.
Because
I I, was, I searched for your name and I couldn't find them. So the organizer was the one who sent them.
okay, okay. So we can ask our organizers. I don't
Okay, no
record
problem.
myself.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, because I looked under your name and I'm like, no, here's what I got sent this. Okay, no problem.
Okay, okay. So that will be shared by them. Okay,
Okay.
fine. See, generally, my, I want to interact with you with a point to discuss.
Okay.
So generally, the programming we started, right?
Yes.
So first we made ourselves ready for understanding code based
Yes.
on console application, right? Console
That's right.
based.
Yeah. Yes.
And console application, we are understanding the program methodology, like application development methodology.
Uh-huh.
1 minute.
Okay.
We are learning a console application methodology of application development, syntax of the code,
Uh-huh.
right? And programming
Yes.
constructs,
Yes.
like a condition constructs, looping constructs. Those are all the things we are going to learn. Fine.
Okay.
These are all like completely our required knowledge, right?
Okay.
This required knowledge we are gaining to work with form development, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So when you are going for form development, so we are learning these code constructs one after one, the console base, because we need to understand the fundamental syntax rules and the ways of how you can design and develop the code blocks. These are all the things we are learning, okay?
That's right.
But it would take more, one more week minimum, like this week and next week, surely it would take. But we
Okay.
have only 2 classes, and do you want me to start parallelly the forms also, or else shall we continue in the same way of working with console applications first?
Yes, I
Then,
think let's continue doing the console applications. What is going on is next week I will right now because I go to university too during the week. So, but after next week, I will. One of my classes is finishing, So I want to add an extra day so we can do it 3 times a week. 3 times a week instead of 2.
Okay, great. Then it's okay.
Yeah.
Great. So next week onwards, you may add one more day, right?
One more day, yes.
Okay. So you may find one free day in the week and you may provide it.
Yes.
Sure, Mike. It would be good for us. Like, because
yes, so we
more things we can discuss, more things we can learn.
You can learn, okay. No problem.
Fine, good. Thank you. Fine. Second thing. So I'm going to explain some other programming constructs. Okay?
Okay.
Actually, the second one I didn't share. Second and third both I will share to you. Okay?
Okay.
Fine. Mike, usually in the software applications, we experience applications take some decisions, right?
Okay.
So like I'm entering some information into the ATM machine. The ATM software is validating my data. My PIN number it is validating, or else some applications like usually we experience it validates the input data of the user. Actually the computer, whatever the computer we are using, this computer is not capable enough to take some decisions.
Okay.
This model computer, the 4th generation computer, doesn't have intelligence. It is purely an electronic machine without intelligence.
Okay.
Right? So programmatically, we need to make the computer to take some decisions. Right?
Okay.
So the decisions when you want to take, there should be certain conditions you need to find. Right?
Okay.
So decision can be taken under condition, right?
Yeah.
But these computers are not capable enough to take any decision. So you need to mention under what condition the computer should take a decision.
Okay.
Okay. So generally, see in the departmental stores, the shopkeeper may announce an offer to the customers.
Okay.
If a customer purchases the goods worth of 5,000 or above 5,000, then you will get a special discount of 5% is the offer.
Okay. Okay.
Means the application has to calculate how much total amount is being incurred in the total purchases, right?
Okay.
So when he enters the total details of the products purchased by the customers, if the total is crossing 5,000, automatically it calculates and deducts the discount. So such type of construct is a conditional construct.
Conditional construct.
Yes.
Okay.
These type of conditional constructs we can apply using some code constructs in the program. Those are all called as decision-making constructs.
Okay.
So how to apply a decision-making construct? How to make your software application to take some decisions under some conditions. So always one thing is important. We always take decisions under condition. Condition, then you will take a decision, right?
Decision.
Suppose the condition I am writing here, like if I am writing, if college working day, okay?
Okay.
So under this condition what we do? Get up by some time, get ready by some time, right? And board the bus or like reach the college, attend the class. So you may do all these things under this condition, right?
Okay.
So if college is not working day, then you need to do something else.
Okay.
So if college is not working day, so you may watch TV or you may spend with your friends, usually like whatever the interests we have, we may do those things, right? So like always we take some decisions under certain conditions. This is called as a condition.
Okay.
Okay. So wake up by 5 o'clock and getting ready by 6 o'clock. So these are all like clearly mentioning that under a condition what you do. This is your action. So wake up is an action, right? Action or your decision. Point taken?
Point taken, yeah.
Under a condition. So college working day is a condition. Under that you will do a action or a decision.
Okay.
It's a common thing. In the same manner, you want to apply some logic in the applications for making the applications to take some decisions. Fine? That is our objective here.
Okay.
Fine. Otherwise the computer cannot take any decision here.
Okay.
It doesn't have any intelligence. First thing, first problem is the fourth generation computers. We are using, all computers are fourth generation.
Fourth generation.
So what are the advantages? Speed is good, right? Accuracy is good. Storage is good. Fine. Diligence, like it doesn't feel strain and stress, but it cannot take a decision, right? Because it is not capable enough. It is not designed in such a way. So these are all the features and advantages. Fine.
Point taken.
But this is a limitation.
Okay.
So that is, it cannot take a decision. So being a programmer, you only should take care for making the computer to take a decision.
Okay.
So for that you need to have some constructs. Those constructs we are discussing. Okay?
Okay.
Got the point? So generally, Mike, everything, generally whenever you interact with the computer, many of the code constructs are based on decisions only. Suppose you are applying leave on a particular day. Or else like you want to take an appointment of the doctor. So if you are trying to take an appointment in the software online application, you selected a day number. Okay.
Okay.
If the day is Sunday, it shows that doctor not available on Sunday.
That's right.
So it's a simple requirement. So you are applying leave. You are applying leave continuously for 10 days. So the application may not accept it 10 days leave at a time. So a general logic of HR I am explaining.
Okay.
So it may prompt you, speak to your supervisor or your reporting manager once, then get a confirmation, apply. Such a logic is there in case if it is at a stretch 10 days leave. Okay?
Okay.
Some applications have such type of logics.
Okay.
So everything is based on certain decisions, usually in the applications, that we are going to experience it. Okay?
Okay.
So decision-making structure requires the programmer specify one or more conditions to be evaluated or tested by the program, along with the statement or statements to be executed if the condition determines to true, and optionally it can be false. Generally, a condition may give a result of true or condition may give a result of false, right?
Okay.
If condition is evaluated to true, you may take a decision, right? Or else you may take a decision to do something else. I may not take such decisions. So true or false only always.
Oh, yes, either true or false.
Yes. Point taken?
Point taken, yeah.
So based on this, I want to write a small code program.
Okay.
So then we shall move forward to work with this.
Okay.
Visual Basic. So I want to write into the location data mic.
So in your field, when what do you see being used a lot as far as programming languages? Do you see C# being used a lot, or?
Mark, I didn't get you. Voice disturbance.
Oh, oh no, I was saying that in your profession, right?
Yes.
What kind of programming language do you think is popular now? C#?
C# has a lot of demand market.
Okay.
C# has a lot of
So
demand.
so later on when we're done with VB.NET, how easy is it for me to attach to the C#?
Very easily you can migrate to C# once if you
Okay.
complete VB.NET.
Okay.
Very
That's
easily
good.
you can migrate.
Okay.
But some code constructs you need to understand. Suppose you know, actually we have many languages in India. You know that, okay?
Oh yeah, a lot of them.
So like if you want to say no
Yeah.
generally, you may use a hand, like by shaking the hand. No, you may represent, right? It's like a
Uh-huh.
gesture make me to understand no. Or else
No. Uh-huh.
you may
Uh-huh.
say no orally in English language. Okay.
That's right.
But you don't have other languages, I hope.
Oh, we have a lot of them too.
But here we have many languages to represent no. Okay.
Oh wow.
So I
Nice
can use many Indian languages to say no.
to say
Okay.
no. Uh-huh.
Same
That's
manner,
that's a
you want to
good
display something.
explanation.
Yes, yes. You may want to display something on a console, or you want to
Uh-huh.
develop some program using a language. So easily you can understand other language purpose of the same.
True. So
But
true.
only code construct you should understand, that's all.
That's good. Okay.
It's very simple actually. One
Yeah.
language, if you are good, easily, lifelong we can migrate to anything.
Yes, true.
So if you learn C sharp, migration to VB is easy. If you learn VB first, migration to C sharp easy.
Okay, that's good.
Fine. That is interest only again.
Yeah. No, that's good though. That's a good example.
Yes, yes. So here I'm declaring a variable. Dim is a keyword, allows you to
Okay.
declare a variable. I'm
Okay.
declaring as a general data type variable. I want to declare int.
Okay.
My intention is that it is like I want to declare it is like a number. Dim
Okay.
number as integer I declared.
Okay.
Fine. So
That's
I
fine.
have a variable in hand.
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
prompt the user system dot console dot right line I want to use. So right line. I want to prompt the user to enter a number.
Okay.
Enter number. Fine. Simple. I want to prompt the user to enter number. Assume that the
Okay.
user will be prompted and user enters a number also.
Okay.
It's showing an error.
So do you have to? Oh, there you go. Enter number. Console.
Now it's
There you
okay.
go. Yeah.
Okay. This shows error because you declared and you are not using now. You should
Okay.
use
We
it.
have to use
So once
unused
if you use
variable.
the variable, it doesn't show an error.
Okay.
Okay. So like you want to read the value from console, you
Okay.
want to read. And when I want to read the value from console, I'm like using the num, whatever the variable you declared, num
Uh-huh.
equal to, I want to convert that. So
Okay.
val is a type. So console.readline, I'm going to use. So let me complete it. Fine. Now once if you run this, the program runs, enter a number, 12 I entered, accepted the number. Fine.
Okay.
So now you may ask me, what is val? Okay. You know, a read line is the method actually. The role of the read line and write line to write some content on the screen. Okay.
Okay.
I'm writing. So if you consider, I'm executed. Once if you consider this, what I want to explain. So this black and white is console, right?
Okay.
Black and white is console.
Okay.
This console is prompting me to enter a value, like enter number. So what you have written behind this console.writeLine you entered, right?
Okay.
So whatever you have placed in the right line, that is prompting me here. But when I enter a number as 12, it should read a value from me, that is read line, right?
That's right.
So when read line is reading, the read line reads the value as string.
A string, okay.
Fine. It reads it as string. String means it's like considers it as a character data. Like it never considered it as a number.
Okay.
But you need to convert it into number.
That's right.
So to convert it into number, num equal to val we mentioned. Val. Value of. Like this is a conversion. Before copying into the number, it will be converted into number type. Okay. We declared it as like an integer. So I'm converting into the number value of this type, value of number type. Okay. Then value will be copied. Now here, so that is the thing happened here when you execute it. So it is accepting 12 as character, but copying the 12 into variable as number.
As number because we converted by the
because you are converting.
Okay.
Fine. Where to convert into integer. Or any data type. Okay. Now here I want to check through the system is the number, the value whatever entered by the user is 1 or not. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm writing a condition construct. If is a keyword. If is a condition construct. So I'm writing that num equal to, I'm checking num equal to 1.
Okay.
So then I press enter. What happened you see? Automatically the code has been created. Again I'm just showing this to you.
Sure.
I entered num equal to.
Can you do it again? Num equal to, okay. 1.
Then if you press enter, automatically the block will be created.
That's good.
So it's an auto generation code blocks. It's the advantage with the IDE integrated development environment. Okay. So there I want to prompt the user console.writeLine. So the enter number valid, so I want to write that welcome something. Okay. But in case if the user doesn't enter the number, so how can I stop the user else?
Okay.
So I want to check this user. So and if I want to remove from here, I'm writing else. So else means if you don't enter the value as you supposed to enter, then what should happen is the prompt. Choose valid choice. So it would prompt you like you please choose the valid choice number to enter into our application. So if certain conditions are true, we are directing the program to take this course of action. If
Okay.
the condition is false, we are directing the program to do something else.
Okay.
So I executed its prompting enter number. My choice is 1. Welcome. Okay, it's been ended. I want to put it to wait for some time. So
Okay.
I'm writing console dot read. Fine. So now I executed enter number.
Uh-huh.
I entered 1. Welcome, it is prompting. Because the option what I supposed to choose exactly the value I have given. But here I entered as to choose valid choice.
So if it has 2, then it's choose by choice.
Because when you want to use the services of this software, you can choose 1, or if you choose 2, it never allows you to go for the next level.
That's right.
Fine?
That's fine, yeah.
Fine. This is a simple code construct. Based on this, you can see the like a flowchart clearly demonstrates this condition. If the condition is true, then the program executes. If condition is false, the program redirects its action. So that is the reason it is called as control of flow language.
Control of flow language, okay.
Yes, you try to find this point. Control of flow.
Control of flow language.
What is happening? If condition is true, then see that directly it is going on.
Okay.
If condition is false, then it's doing something else. If you consider this program, you can find the same.
Okay.
Now you see the program and you see the flow chart. Now see, the program condition is true, then welcome. Otherwise, a redirection. Do something else that you mentioned in the alternative decision path.
Okay, like choose a valid choice. Okay.
Yes, yes. So you may ask me, Prasad, shall we go for entertainment? Okay. Else we shall spend at home, we shall play indoor games, right?
Sure.
So 2 options. 1, shall we go out to have fun? Other thing, we shall spend at home, we shall play something at home only. So 2 options. One is first one, second one, alternative. Point clear?
Point clear, yeah.
Okay. But Mike, we have different types of constructs for decision making. It's a fundamental one I shared. Okay?
Okay.
We have if then, I explained, if then else, nested if, select case, nested select cases. So I will explain all those things one after one. Okay?
Okay.
So if you consider these syntactical rules, so first we can mention if condition, then the statement or more than one statement. And every if block must be ended with end if.
End if. Okay.
So automatically that will be created. Did you remember that we typed if, then else automatically was created. Then end if was automatically created.
End if, yeah.
So likewise every block must have an end if block. If is a block and if is a block. Starting block doesn't need any start point, but it is implied it is started, and every end block must be ended with end. Okay?
Okay. Okay, that's good.
Fine. So this always evaluates a condition. Suppose here you mentioned if num equal to 1. I am putting this num equal to 1 in brackets. Okay? Now then I entered that. Okay? I removed. I executed it. Program is running well. So I entered 1, welcome, closed. Now I place it in brackets, right? Parenthesis. Num equal to 1 or not. If the user enters 1, what is that point? Suppose, Mike, the user entered a number as 1.
Okay.
So is 1 is same with this?
So num is equal to 1 and num, yeah, it should be the same.
Yes, it's true or not?
Yes, it is
Yes.
true. Yeah.
So always if check, if evaluates the result
Should be true.
as true or false. That's all.
Yes.
So that is the result it considers.
Okay.
The result always true or false. That's all.
Okay.
So it doesn't consider what you mentioned inside. Okay.
Okay.
It always considers the given result is true or false.
True or false. Okay. One
Right?
second.
That is the if construct life cycle. So it can be an expression also.
Okay.
Suppose here I am changing this. If number is the operator less than 100, welcome. So I will write it like greater than 100.
Okay.
Like you consider that like welcome
Okay.
to banking services.
Okay.
For withdrawal. Okay.
Okay.
Means here you cannot withdraw less than 100.
Okay.
Okay. Try again.
Okay.
Just for general change.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm entering a number 90. Try again.
Okay.
So I entered 120. Welcome. Point taken.
Yes. The point taken. Yes.
So any expression what you mention in this always considers by if as it is a true or false statement. That's all.
True. Okay.
It doesn't consider that what you mentioned inside. Okay.
Sure. They were true or
Now,
false.
yes. So the similar thing, it's a program. When you work with this, you can use this. See, I copy it.
Okay.
Like I'm going to place it here.
Okay.
I'm commenting everything here using these comments or a control plus E. Then you can press C.
Okay.
So it will be commented. You can see.
Okay.
And I'm adding one more module. Okay. So I'm selecting a module here. In the same project, I'm selecting a module. So again for this also I'm giving the same name as module 1.
Okay.
So it is showing an error. I can choose it as module 2 only. Okay. Module 1 is already been designed. But here I need to change it as
module 1
1.
is already been taken. Eh?
Yes. But I need to make it as 1 only here.
Okay.
I removed this module decisions. Okay.
Okay.
Now my module is module 1.
Prasad,
Yes, please.
can you, my screen's available. For some funny reason, I think it was a delay. Because right now, it showed me a blank module available, module 1. Oh,
Pardon?
wow. It took, no, it was taking forever to refresh, but now I can see,
Okay.
yeah, now it's fine.
Now it's fine. Okay.
Yes.
Saturday morning, usually maybe like a rush we may experience in internet connection, right?
Because everybody's home.
Everybody at home.
You ever home play, search and surf the web.
Morning, my time morning, now it is 8:05. Okay.
Oh, okay.
8:05 morning. But if it is before 6 o'clock, very fast internet. Downloads also very fast. Because people always will be sleeping, right?
Let's go sleeping. That's good.
Fine. Now see, A is less than 20. The value of A is 10. Is the output generated here. Means here we declared a variable initialized as 10. And we are checking the boolean. Boolean means true or false.
Okay.
Boolean means true or false. Boolean condition.
Okay.
In the Boolean condition here, true or false is the result generates.
Okay.
And if condition is true, then print the following.
Okay.
Else, you do this. So here in this program, we didn't write else. You please observe.
That's right. Yes, indeed.
So only one action, no alternative here.
Okay.
This is just to display the value of the variable, that's all.
Okay.
This is only to display the value of the variable, nothing more. Now if you execute it, you can see a is less than 20, value of a is 10.
Okay.
Actually it is 10.
Okay, it's 10. So I have
It is
a
less than
question for
20.
you. Because a is less than 20, the value of a is 10. So I have a question for you there.
Yes, yes.
On the bottom console that right line, the value of a is, then we have the colons, and then what is that squiggly with a 0 in it?
Here,
See
this
where
one, this
yeah,
one.
no, go to your right.
I know. 0.
Yes, that's
Right?
0.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. I'll explain. Now, Mike, I'll put this in comments.
Okay.
Right? Then I'll write something here.
Okay.
I'll add one more application. Then I'll explain. Okay?
All right.
I removed everything. Okay, Mike?
Okay.
I have a variable. One variable, I'm declaring one more variable. Dim
Okay.
b as integer.
Okay.
And I initialize it with 20.
Okay.
Now, I have a variable. I will put this in comment.
Okay.
Now I want to write something, console. A value I want to display. I just simply written like A. Okay. I want to display the B value also.
Okay.
B. So once if you see the result will be the values of A and B, 10, 20. Okay?
10, 20, yeah? Yes.
Okay. Now I want to add some text. What I want to write? Value of A.
Okay.
I want to write value of A is so I'm executing.
Okay.
Now there is an error. 1 minute. Now see the value of A, and then let me check this. Okay. Now it is not showing the value also even. Value of A is the output generated. Okay.
Okay.
And now I am executing. It is not showing any error. So I want to add my own string. Okay.
Okay.
And I want to display value also.
Okay.
So this is one variable I am passing. That time I can represent the list of the variables, how many I am passing there. So the list is counter 1. Okay.
Counter. Okay.
So the value of A is counter. Same manner I can write value of B is a counter. Right?
Okay.
So now here you can place the same thing for this also. I'm just placing here. Now actually this plus is not required, then you can use comma for this. Okay.
Okay.
So this one is B. B actually, the value of B.
B is 10.
So now I'm executing. The value of A is 10, value of B is 20.
Okay.
And if you want to write both the things in a single line,
Yeah.
I can write it. So now here, how many you have? You have
I have 2.
1. If you have 2, you can place 1.
Oh,
Then
okay.
you can write it as B.
As B. Okay.
Now if you execute it, you can see 10, 20 also displayed.
Oh, okay.
So like you can write some more manipulations to write it very convenient format, but this is for the purpose of specifying the number of variables in a single line or in multiple lines. Point taken?
Point taken, yeah.
Okay, that is the purpose. Fine, Mike?
That's fine, yeah.
So programmatically this program is clear?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yes. Now we shall continue more to discuss.
Okay.
If else, suppose if you have only if, there will be no alternative decision.
Okay.
If you have else also, that will be an alternative decision.
Okay.
So that is the example first I showed to you.
That's
If
fine, yeah.
it is true, then execute the statements. Else, execute the remaining statements. If
That's
the
right.
expression is false, okay?
Yeah.
So this is the program we will use for the purpose of if and else path operations. Okay. These programs you can experience by doing it. Okay. I'm placing
Okay.
like module 4, but I will change it, remove it, and you place it as module 1. Okay.
Okay.
You have a variable with the value 100.
Uh-huh.
The variable value is less than 20. No, the condition is not true. It is 100 actually. Fine. So if it is 100, it moves to alternative path.
Okay.
So this is the block till here, starting to end. After that you can write the statements, that is different. Okay.
Okay.
So like it has validated whether I have purchased the product worth of 5,000 or not. So that is a part of the conditional body. Okay.
Okay.
But after that the program can have other statements to execute. So these statements are other statements.
Okay.
This statement.
Okay.
So this is the conditional body.
Okay.
Point taken, Mike?
Point taken, yep.
This is the declarative section. This is the decision making section.
Okay.
This is some other operations output statement section.
Okay.
So now I'm executing. A value is not less than 20 because it's 100.
It is 100. So it's not less
So
than
it is
100,
showing
yeah?
that it is 100. So the value of A is 100 is the last statement.
Uh-huh.
But conditionally here A is not less than 20 means alternative path A is not less than 20 has been displayed.
That's right.
So I make it as 10 only. Okay?
Okay.
This I will reduce to 10. So first statement will be satisfied then. First statement, maybe answer is not correct output. Okay?
Yes.
So output also should be changed. A is less than 100. I need to change, right?
Okay.
So now you can see A is less than 100, A value is 10. First condition is true.
Okay, that's true.
Fine, Mike?
That's fine, yeah.
Yes. So moving down, you may have a ladder of conditions, not one or two. You may have a ladder, like 1, then 1, then 1. Programmatically, you may want to take decisions one after one.
Okay.
Like, okay, 1 is not satisfied. So why don't we check for the second one? The second one is not satisfied. Why don't we check for the third one? Like I'm not in third standard. Maybe I'm in second standard. If I'm not in third and second, maybe I'm in the fourth standard. Name Prasad where it is available, right?
Sure.
So you want to evaluate multiple conditions.
Sure.
One after one. Optional if-else statement, very useful to test various conditions using if-else, if statement. If-else and if. So condition, alternative path, again condition, alternative path, again condition, alternative path.
That's
Fine? So when using if-else statement, there are 4 points to keep in mind. And if can have 0 or else, and it must come after else if only. Means everything should be part of the other one. Suppose here see, if, then executes. Else if, then last one should be else.
So last one be else. Okay.
So condition, then condition, then condition, then condition. So second condition is an alternative to first condition. So that is else and if combined. Second condition is alternative to this. So third condition is alternative to this. But this is alternative to last one.
Okay.
So that is the point.
Okay.
Yeah, if can have 0 or 1 else, and it must come after else if. So this is the last one.
Okay.
Fine. Now very simple we can find this. Very easily we can understand this.
Okay.
Copied. Okay. I want to add one more module, Mike.
Okay.
Now you see. We are checking. 100 is my variable value.
Okay.
If A equal to 10, then do this.
Then the value of A is.
So I'm checking A value equal to 10, then do this. If A is not 10, A can be 20, then do this.
Do this.
Else maybe it can be 30, do this. Else if there is no condition is satisfied, then go to else path. None of the value is matching.
Matching.
So exact value is something.
The value of A is.
That is after the else if block.
Okay.
Fine, Mike.
That's fine, yeah.
Now
Yes.
multiple conditions, again I'll explain. See,
Okay.
none of the value is matching, exact value is 100. Now I'm making as 30, okay?
That's right.
So first one is not satisfied, second one is not satisfied, then third should be satisfied.
That's right.
So now you see, it is checking all the things. Like I want to place one more statement here.
Okay.
So I have placed more. I'm making a 30, 40, Then I want to make it as 50.
Okay.
So if you run this, if the value is 30 or if the value is 40, it never considers the first three. Once if it satisfies here, it never handles the remaining part.
Oh, okay, so it just goes through it. Okay.
Yes. So in the ladder, what happened? It checked the first one, not satisfied.
Okay.
Checked the second one, not satisfied. Third one, not satisfied. Then finally somewhere it is been satisfied, right?
That's right.
It shows like 30 only because we didn't change it.
Oh, yes,
We
right.
need to
Because
change it as 40.
40, 40 and 50.
It should be changed as 50. Then result also will be same. Okay.
Okay.
So once if the condition is satisfied, then it is the remaining statements to evaluate.
Okay.
So that is if ladder, Mike.
Okay.
Now, one more.
Okay.
Now I may want to write one condition in the body of another condition.
Okay.
Suppose I want to evaluate whether the candidate gender is male or female.
Okay.
Because for a particular position, only male are eligible, female not eligible.
Okay.
Consider some job only male can do. Okay. So, like first I am evaluating whether the gender is male or not.
Okay.
Then I want to evaluate whether the candidate has scored 80 above or not.
Okay.
So if these two are satisfied, then only I will allow the candidate to attend an interview. So how many things I want to evaluate the candidate one after one.
Okay.
So this point here, you are evaluating multiple conditions one after one.
Okay.
So this concept is called as nested if construct, writing one condition in the body of another condition.
Okay.
So here it is always legal in VB.NET to nest if then else statements.
Okay.
Which means you can use one if or else if statement inside another if else if statement, writing
Okay.
a condition in the body of another condition.
Okay.
So first condition is satisfied. Then it enters into evaluation of the second condition.
Okay.
If first one is not satisfied, then it moves to else part, outside.
Outside. Okay. So it doesn't even evaluate the inside one.
Yes. Now see syntax. If this expression is true, then the second condition will be checked. If the expression is not true, then comes out from the conditional body.
Okay.
Fine. Mike.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Now we shall see. This is the same module program.
Okay.
I copied. These are all I made ready. Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise, time consumes for typing.
Oh, it does. Yeah. By the time it will take a whole class.
Whole class. That's why I'll work out on this. For some time I'll spend. I'll make it ready.
Okay.
Then we'll have something like takeaway will be good. Otherwise, it will be boring.
True. Because watching you type.
Yes, watching you will be idle, right? While I'm typing, you may be like idle, and we need to handle some exceptions, errors. So
Sure.
time consuming it is, boring also.
True.
Now if you see, I have two variables.
Okay.
So A and B.
Okay.
If A equal to 100, Then I'm checking B also should be 200.
If it's 200,
Then I will allow you to enter.
okay.
Else if. So and if, and if.
Okay.
This if is the first inner block if.
Okay.
This and if is for the outer block if.
Okay.
So two if conditions. This is the inner one.
Okay.
This is the outer one.
Okay.
Point taken?
Point taken, yeah.
So writing one if condition in the body of another if condition is the objective here.
Okay.
Otherwise always it takes like only one condition every time you can check. But what we are doing here, one condition you are checking. If the condition satisfies, then we are checking the second condition.
Okay.
Fine. Mike.
Yes. So it means, yeah, that's a true. So if condition A is true, then you move to B, condition number 2. But if
Yes.
A is false, it automatically goes out to outside to the just to the cancel statement, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Second one can be satisfied or second one cannot be satisfied situationally.
okay.
Right.
Okay. So A has.
Here we closed and I want to write else also.
Okay.
Fine. So here I am writing else path to
Okay.
make it more clear. The value of A is 100 and B is not 200. I want to write. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm making as 50. Okay.
Okay.
So first one will be true. Second one is not true. So I want to execute it. So what is showing? The value of A is 100 and B is not 200. So I don't allow you. Both the things should be true, right?
That's right.
And we are showing the values also outside.
That's right.
Now I want to change it. Value I will to make it as 10 here.
Okay.
Actually it is 100, but you are comparing is 100 or not.
Okay.
If not, what will happen, just assume it. What will happen? It never enters into the second condition.
It just goes directly to.
Directly to and if. Outside and if. Outside and if. Directly to this and if. This block. So then these two only will be executed.
Okay.
See? Only these two.
That's right.
Because if A equal to 100, then only I will enter into this body.
Okay.
Otherwise I don't.
Okay. Point taken.
That is writing one condition in the body of another condition.
Okay.
So that is nested if construct.
Next to me.
So it's required. We can write multiple statements, one inside another.
Okay.
Point clear, Mike?
Point clear, yeah.
Mike, it's a very interesting point, one more.
Okay.
This is one more type of construct. This is the last type, only this is. Okay?
Okay.
Now, Mike, usually you may give 5 different toy items to your boy, like kid, okay? So you may say only one thing you should select, not all. Remaining all for tomorrow. Don't play or don't eat now, okay? Like chocolates or something. So what it means? You are giving multiple choices to your son, but allowing him to select only one.
That's right.
So that means what? You have many options, but any one of the given option can be selected. not all.
Not all of them.
Yes, but it is a choice-based evaluation, right? Choice-based.
Choice-based. You have to choose one.
Choose only one. Press 1 to banking services. Press 2 for your mini statement. Press 3 for checkbook request. Press 4 to talk to your call center executive. So what it is showing, there are multiple options you have. You can select any one of the given options only. It's a purely like how you generally interact with the IVRS system over phone. So there, press 1 to do something, press 2 to do something else, press 3 to do something, right? So likewise, you have multiple choices there to choose, but you can select only one choice.
Only one choice, that's true.
So such type of options can be designed using switch case construct.
Okay.
Actually, in the console-based applications, this is a menu-driven program, menu-driven.
Okay.
So earlier, we didn't have the graphical user interfaces to create a menu. But we used to create menus only using the switch case construct, choice-based options.
Okay.
So select case statement allows a variable to be tested for equality against a list of values.
Okay.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different options I have. But if I choose 2, I will be directed to perform that. If I choose 3, I will be directed to perform something else. Fine?
That's fine, yeah?
Yes, mate. So the syntax, each value is called as a case.
As if, okay.
And the variable being switched on is checked for each select case. Now here, select case is the expression, okay? And value comparison is case expression list.
Okay.
If this is satisfied, statements will be executed. Else other statements will be executed. If you see the program, it is very easy. Okay?
Okay.
Now I will make it very simple to you.
Okay.
Now I want to copy it here. Simple. Now here, I want to find the grade of a student.
Okay.
Fine. So the grade of the student, here I declared it is a grade as char data type.
Okay.
I initialized a grade as B.
Okay.
Select case is a keyword to select the grade. That you can see I have given this expression list. Okay. What is expression? What is expression list? What is statement? Okay. What is else statement? In this we have selected only the select case.
Okay.
Select case statement, if you see that, it is going to hold the data of the value of the grade variable. So the grade variable value can be mapped with a case 1, that is A, or else case can be B or C, or case can be D, or case can be F. Why we placed this B and C? Syntactically, you can write multiple case values also.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That
Or else
means like
you can write it separately as case C also.
Okay. But if it's the same statements, then you can write it like that. Like if the value of B, okay, C the same.
Case F, case G, I'm writing as H also. Okay. So just two things, okay?
Okay.
But you can divide into two parts also again if you want.
Okay. Okay, sure.
Fine.
Fine.
I removed. Now, if your choice is A, like if your grade is A, then it's excellent.
Okay.
If your grade can be B or C, well done.
Okay.
If it's D, you passed. Something if it's like E instead of F, you consider that it's E. Better try again. Okay. If it is not in between any of the given cases, it will be invalid grade.
Okay.
Fine. Now I am executing. Actually grade is B. Well done.
Okay.
So first it compares with the case A. It is not satisfied. Then comes to case B. It is satisfied. Fine. If I write it as G, now no case will be matched.
Okay. Invalid grade.
Invalid grade. So that is a case else actually. Means
Okay.
it is not satisfied with the given list of cases. It should be moved to an alternative case construct.
Okay.
That is case else.
Okay. Point taken. I think this one is easier than even the index.
Yes, yes, it is easy.
Yeah.
It is very convenient. And
Yes.
this also, suppose if it is satisfied in a particular case, suppose here I am writing, suppose if it is satisfied with C, B or C we have given the same list, okay?
That's right. Yeah.
So it never evaluates the remaining cases.
That's true.
So program, like number of instructions handling also will be reduced.
Okay.
Program performance will be high.
Okay.
Because the evaluation has been stopped after a particular case is satisfied.
Okay.
That's why it is a very, very efficient programming construct.
Okay.
Fine, Mike?
Yeah, fine. Point taken. That's good.
Yes, yes. Now, I want to share one more thing. So, as part of control of flow, so this till this extent, this document gives like knowledge, okay?
Okay.
Now, this is a general thing. So, as a part of control of flow, we identified condition constructs. There we identified if, else, nested if, and switch case. Fine?
That's fine, yeah.
So these are the things. Apart from this, we have repetitive constructs.
Okay.
So these are all called as loop constructs.
Okay.
So what is loop construct I want to explain.
Okay.
So like you and me went to a ATM machine to withdraw some money. I entered my PIN number, but that is a wrong input. By mistake, wrongly I entered. It was prompted me, your PIN number is not valid, try again. Again I entered. But to enter that, again it has provided the same environment, like welcome user, enter your PIN number, likewise. Again I entered. Again I did a mistake wrongly because I forgot my PIN number.
Uh-huh.
2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. Continuously I am doing that. After 10 times it has prompted me, your account has been locked. Contact authorities.
Uh-huh.
Means what happened in between that? The program has repeated the same action again and again
Uh-huh.
for some different number of times.
Uh-huh.
So repeated the instructions to execute again and again is called as a repetitive process.
Okay.
So such type of construct is called as a looping construct.
Okay.
Point taken? It's called as a looping construct.
Okay.
But for the purpose of executing these statements, we have many types of loops. And one more looping construct I will explain.
Okay.
So by mistake I entered my PIN number wrongly.
Okay.
So it has prompted me, sorry, I have done my work, I completed my work, okay.
Yeah.
I entered my PIN number valid and it has invited me to take the services, banking services. I have chosen, so I withdrawn something, I opted something, then it has prompted me, do you want to continue user, okay.
Uh-huh.
So you want to continue again, if my choice is yes, I can continue. If my choice is not yes, it will be terminated.
Terminated. Uh-huh.
So like it is programmatically, it is performing the task again and again, but choosing a choice of repetition will be given to the user.
Okay.
Point taken? Difference between the first one and this one?
This is one, yeah.
Yes, it is in your control whether you want to make the program to repeat its operations again or not.
Or not, exactly. You want to do it again or not?
Yes, will be in the control of the user.
Okay.
In the previous one, account has been locked. How many times? After 3 wrong attempts? After 5 attempts? Or 10 attempts? Decided by the programmer. Application decided.
Okay.
So that is definite number of times iteration. It is indefinite number of times iteration.
Iteration, okay.
Iteration means repetition.
Repetition, okay. Iteration.
Iterative construct or repetitive construct.
Okay.
Iterative or repetitive or looping constructs. Okay?
Okay. Iterative, okay.
Certain number of times.
Okay.
False means the loop always evaluates a condition.
Okay.
Loop with condition we should combine, then only we can do that.
Okay.
Fine. Now we have different types of looping constructs.
Okay.
One is like while loop.
Okay.
One is for loop.
Okay.
One is do while loop.
Okay.
One is while loop, one is for loop, one is do while loop. So these are the different types of looping constructs we have.
Okay.
Fine?
Okay. Fine.
Now, and one more looping construct is are there. We'll discuss about these things that is called as for each next.
Okay.
For each next.
Okay.
But this will be discussed after arrays. To understand that, we should complete arrays also.
Okay.
Fine. So once if
So,
we complete arrays, then we can go for that to work.
okay.
Because it is linked with the concept of arrays only.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
we shall go for a simplest order
Sure.
to understand this. Well, for each next.
Okay.
These are the different things. Okay.
Okay.
Now, generally when you want to write a construct, like to make certain statements to repeat multiple number of times. So that is my requirement. Like what I want to do, I want to do the same thing like again and again is a repetitive process.
That's right.
Right. I want to write something here, like adding a module 8. So I'm changing as module 1. Okay.
Okay.
Now in this, I want to write some statement. Like I want to simply write like console.writeLine. Okay. We didn't write that sub main.
Yeah. Yes.
Fine. Now in this, I want to write console statement dot writeLine. Hello Mike. Okay. This is a statement. I want to say hello Mike 5 times. What I should do? These many times I need to copy this.
I know.
Fine.
That's right.
So then only I can do this task again and again. So when I execute it, it is showing and it is appearing. And I want to write it console dot read key. I will make the console to wait for a while. What? Okay, termination. It is C# syntax I am using.
Okay.
Hello Mike has been displayed multiple times.
Okay.
It's a repetitive process, but what repetitive? Statement execution has been repeated. But I want to use a for loop construct. Okay?
Okay.
I am declaring a variable dim counter as integer.
Okay.
I have a variable counter. Okay? I'm writing that for counter is my variable equal to 0, counter equal to 0, 2, I mentioned 2, 5.
Okay.
For counter equal to 0 to 5.
Okay.
Means I'm making this to perform a repetitive task. Then next is the statement.
Okay.
Counter.
Okay.
So now my counter like variable should be repeated.
Okay.
Counter. Now if you see this is my statement and I declared a counter variable and I made the counter to run from 0 till 5. Okay? And it should display these many times by incrementing the counter, that is next counter. Counter initial is 0, then it will be 1, then it will be 2, then it will be 3, then it will be 4, 5. So 0 to 5 is 6.
Got 6 times, right?
Yes. Point taken.
The point taken, yeah. That's a 0, right?
So what happened here? So this task of doing this. Actually here the task of the application is very simple. This is the task application should do.
To do all that.
Fine.
Yes,
It can be one line of activity, it can be 100 lines of activity, but
okay.
you repeated it.
Okay.
So this is a for loop construct, syntactically variable declared. Okay. Then
Okay.
for syntax you mentioned. So I will write this statement here in a simple way. For loop syntax I want to write. So what we have done, very simplest way, we mentioned the for, then we mentioned the index number, right?
Index number.
So index start to end we mentioned.
Okay.
Index start to end we mentioned. Simple. Index started and index ended. But when the index is ended, we mentioned one more thing. Index equal to like a for index equal to start to end. Likewise I mentioned index equal to start to end. Fine?
That's fine.
And I can mention some steps also.
Okay.
Step. I will write what is step. Okay?
Okay.
This is syntax support. Then I want to write some statements to execute inside this.
Okay.
Statement exec1 or statement for execution of 2. So likewise you can have a number of statements. Mike.
Okay, so you have a number of statements.
Pardon?
No, you're saying, no, it's repeating what you said about you can have a number of
because
statements.
this is a statement like hello Mike.
Okay.
So I am writing that happy weekend, okay?
Yeah.
This is also like this statement
Okay.
1 and statement 2.
Okay.
So when you run this, these many things.
Okay.
Now here in the syntax what I have written, start to end. So you can see the syntactically what I have written.
Sure.
For counter equal to 0 to 5, start to end. Step
Okay.
is what I will explain. Step means
Okay.
I want to mention a step here.
Okay.
So I'm writing step. You see the step 3.
Step 3, huh?
How many times you want to run actually? 5 times. 0 to 5 means 6 times. But you want to terminate at step 3.
Okay.
Means 0, 1, 2. Like 0, 1, 2. Third time it's been stopped. Means only 2 times.
Okay.
Point taken.
Point taken, yeah. So even
So,
as 6,
it is step 1. Yes. Step 1 failed.
3. Okay.
Step 3, 4. Like I executed.
Okay.
Step I mentioned 2.
There you go.
Likewise. Point taken.
Point taken, yeah.
So the step size you can mention to make the particular loop to be repeated certain number of times, and this is a simple for loop construct.
Okay. Okay.
Clear, Mike?
That's clear, yeah.
So then we shall continue while, do while, and after completion of arrays we'll go for each.
Okay.
So after completion of while, do while, we'll move to arrays only. Then we'll work with modules, then structure and classes.
Okay.
Once if the classes is completed, we'll move to window forms.
Okay.
Classes means object-oriented approach.
Okay. That makes sense. It's good to start this way Or by the time we get to Windows Forms, we'll cover the basics, right?
Pardon?
No, I'm just saying that I like this approach that we're taking. It's a good approach. That way we get the basics out of the way.
Otherwise, what will happen, you know, Mike? Why all these have been generated is the question we will experience.
Yes.
Suppose I'm creating a new project. It is very simple to experience Windows Form Visual Basic. You can create it, okay? When we create it, lot of things will appear behind the screen.
Okay.
See, you may ask me what it is. This is what is class. So what is like, what is sub? All the things are issues.
Yes.
And we may write lot of code inside this. This
Okay.
everything will create a trouble for us.
Okay.
So, not you, general, because
Yeah, no,
generally the programming language is the backend for this coding of application development. So language we should understand some extent, clearly.
Sure.
That's why I followed this approach. Directly I didn't start window forms.
Okay.
It may take some time, but it will be strong, strengthened to you.
Okay. Yeah, I wanna be a powerful programmer like you.
Yes, you can be. You can migrate completely. You can learn many programming languages.
Yes.
Because one thing is a very good sign. You are very conveniently understanding.
Yes.
So like IQ is exactly mapping to the programming.
Yes.
Programming is only one thing, Mike. It is very simple. Multiple times we need to learn.
Yeah.
Because how we teach to children, do this, no, use this, read it, read like this, do it, like how we teach. But when we are learning, we don't do such a way, right?
Yes. You don't.
That's why we will forget that. That is simple.
Yeah.
That's all. That is the only difference.
That's true.
We need to do it again and again, multiple times, then we too don't forget.
But it sticks. Yeah. All right, Prasad, thank you very much. So we'll do it again tonight for you.
Okay.
For
you, good night. For me, good morning.
Yeah, I know. You have a good morning, eh?
Again, for you, at what time? Again, tomorrow night? No. Tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, tomorrow night, which would be,
for me,
night, right?
For me, Sunday morning. To you, Sunday, Saturday night, right?
That's right, yeah.
Okay, Mike.
All right, you have a good night, eh?
Okay, Mike, good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Sangka sawe we can take the one. I thought this that we don't go like that. Yeah, no, because I'm poor. I got That's how we feel about it. What? That's how we really feel. Stop just crying.